Hello everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today is Saturday, January 15th, 2022. How is everyone doing? Nice long 3-day weekend coming for some of us. Yeah. Welcome back to everybody who continues to watch my craziness and new subscribers that I have recently received. Love to have you all as my yarny friends. I figured I'd pop on today. I have a lot I want to accomplish around the house this weekend in between watching all my football. So I wanted to get a video out, show you some updates, some more than others. And I placed the Joann's order when the big twist was $1.99 a skein. I've seen some other people purchased it. I think I ordered 48 skeins. 3 of them they had to cancel, but I'm getting it in like 10 packages, which I know everybody's going through. So I didn't even count after the last delivery this morning to see how many more I got coming. It's crazy. But I did decide that I want to do my CALs, you know, 1 a week basically, so that they're done, and then I have the last week of the month to work on whatever I want to work on. I do have some UFOs, but more of what's been on my mind is that before I crocheted, I had other interests, and then once I got into crochet, you know, like, and I love crocheting, don't get me wrong, but I miss doing some of the other things that I used to do. I have a lot of books up the wazoo. I love to read. I do stamped embroidery, cross stitch, and I have so many plastic canvas books to make projects, although I don't think too many people care for that stuff anymore. I really don't see it, but I used to love doing that. And my jigsaw puzzles, that's a big thing for me. I just got some new ones for Christmas, food ones, so and some yarn ones from kids. So I usually have a jigsaw puzzle going non-stop during the winter, and I haven't even started one yet. So that's what I want to do, like the last week of the month, is to get back to some of those things that I just haven't been doing. I mean, I even love to color, and I just haven't brought that stuff out yet, because between housework, which is never ending, and then work, and you know, I miss doing some of the other things that I want to bring back. So let's get started. Oh, I forgot to grab it. So last video I was supposed to show my finished baby blanket, and I happened to look after the video and it's sitting over there, and I was like, oh crap, duh. And I still left it sitting over there, but I will get it. But I'll go on to the next thing first. So Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy is doing a CAL of the Glorious Granny Square pattern by Fiber Spider, and I decided to do that because I figure I can handle a square a month and not get behind, hopefully. Jeez. So I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and I had decided to use this Red Heart Super Saver in the color Grape Fizz, and that took a lot to do one square, you know. So I'm thinking, and I only have 3, So I was like, man, I'm probably only going to get 6 squares out of this. So I wanted this to be the main. And then I'm going to grab different blues. So far I've only done the slate. And that was the reason for the Joanne order, was I wanted some other contrasting blues, or I was trying to pick the blues that were in the variegated. But Stephanie from Stephanie's Yarn Escape made a good point on her and Christy's podcast the other day. I'm drawing a blank, sorry. That, do you really want to have the same colors? Because what if your square has that color in the end and then it's kind of side by side, so will it pop out? But I think this is just different enough where it's similar, but you can tell. But I will keep that in mind when I pick. I think I might pick one more. And then I was going to do a half double crochet as my border in purple, and then I'm going to join with purple. So that was my thinking. But then of course, once I made the square, I was like, all right, 3 skeins is not going to be enough, because I'm probably going to want the Afghan to be at least 12 squares. So in my Yarn Escape, I found this Craft Smart value in the color Orchard Mist Ombre, and there's 244 yards in here. So I thought that was similar yet different. It's a little bit lighter, but yet almost the same shades. So my thinking was to alternate the squares, 4 across, ideally 4 down, so there would be 16, but if I could get 12, that would be a good lap blanket. I'm hoping this enough, because I have 3 of these as well. This is not as soft. This is the older Craft Smart value, so it's not as soft as the new. Worst case, I do have the newer Craft Smart with shades of purple and blue in it, but I really didn't want to get into that. I really wanted to use up the scratchier stuff, and hoping that when I wash it, like the Red Heart, it'll soften up. Now this Red Heart isn't as bad as the older Red Heart. So that's my plan. And the last time I showed the video, showed the granny square, I wasn't quite finished. So here it is finished. It's 14 by 14 was the measurement. So I did the variegated middle, and last time I only had 1 row of blue because I was undecided if 1 row was enough or I wanted to do 2 so that it made a better border. So I put the 2 on, and then I did half double crochet, and in the corners I did 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. And I was afraid it was getting a little wavy, but I think once you put them together, it'll be better. So my square for January is done. Good pattern. And yeah, I'm happy with that. My ends are woven. I'm like good to go. I can get another project bag out and just put my finished squares in them so that I'm not constantly carrying them around, because they don't fit in the container that I have. I have this. This was given to me by my brother-in-law. His aunt passed away and she did crocheting, and he thought I would like to have this. So it's cute. So I have, you know, my skeins in there, but to go any bigger, there goes my avalanche of big twist. So yeah, there's not enough room for everything. So the square will go in another bag. Oh, sorry about that, people. You have to excuse me. I am trying to get over bronchitis, but I don't know. So the next thing is my Mosaic Blanket. I am doing by Tina, the Havana blanket, and Havana Afghan, I believe it is called. 5mm hook. I just realized there's cat bites in there. All right. So the first two colors I am working with are from Mary Maxim, the Maxim Value. I am using medium violet and dark gray. So those are my first two. And so far, the first pattern for the blanket is good. I'm not having any problems, and if I did, she has a video, so it's, you know, really good. So each pattern section, so I'm in pattern 1, each section you repeat 3 times. So I want to do that pattern with those 3 times per month. So I've just started on the second of 3, and this is where I'm at. Let me show. So where the double crochet drop stitches are right here, that's the beginning of the second repeat section. So let me see. Yep. And then I just am repeating. So by the next video, this pattern 1 will be done. And she says, don't worry about your ends because the border will take care of it. And I have shrunk down to 5'7", and holding this out, my arms straight out, that's how wide it is. And it was a 12, multiple of 12 plus 3 for the pattern. And then when I am ready to move on to pattern 2 for February, I will be picking another color, and I'm still, I think I might incorporate a second gray. I do have 2 balls of that gray, but I do not think it's going to be enough to get through the whole blanket and then the border. So the next pattern, I'll pick up my next color, pick a different shade of gray, and then for pattern 3, I'll go back to this gray but with another color, and there was 7 colors total. So that's the game plan. And my other crochet along is I picked the Herrschners Treasury of Crochet Afghans calendar. All the patterns are in this book, plus I have the calendar on my wall. Well, it's not up there because I have my Annie's up here in my craft room, which some of my fellow yarny friends are doing that calendar. But I decided, of course, to do an Afghan a month. Crazy. So, for this first one, it was the Alpine Stitch, which I had a little bit of problems with at first. So this is what it'll look like. But now I have the hang of it. So I chose teal, orange, and white as my colors. And the white is a mill end. And then I have teal and varsity orange with the white. And it's really not as wide as I thought it was going to be, but it's still good for a lapgan, or it'll go in my tote of stashed blankets for future need. Got my stitch markers. Okay, so here we are. The first section of teal is done with the Alpine. Hope you can see that. And I've just started on the varsity orange. It's really sunshiny, but I still needed some lights on. But so yeah, I fixed my mistake. I've got them going alternating rows. Once I attached the orange, then I went back to the Glorious Granny and finished that up. So there's that. I doubt I'm going to have this done to where that last week of the month is going to be focused on some of my other interests. But I'm not pressuring myself, honestly, to do an Afghan a month. I might try to get an Afghan for every 2 months or something. You know, it's not why I started out YouTube to stress myself out, to make sure I had content. Just trying to get that so you can see. You know, I love watching people and seeing their projects and their progress, and it gives me inspiration to start different things, and that's what I wanted to do. I have so many projects that I do that I want to be able to share with people, to give you ideas, and I don't want to stress myself of having things done on a timeline, because then it just takes the fun and joy out of everything. So, but everybody's great, you know. I worry more than people do. That's just the way it is. So, the other thing is, Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy, she does a live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's really fun being in her lives. And she has like prizes randomly. And this past Sunday, I won, and I got them today in the mail. I won these turtle stitch markers. Let me take one out. And they have purple and pearl white beads. And they have the letters. If I could get it open. unprepared. So, I don't know if you could see that with the glare. So yeah, there's 3 of them. I don't have nails. There we go. And as I'm getting older, I can see close up better with my glasses off. So, okay, here we go. So this is an eye with the turtle. And again, sorry about the light, but they are so cute. I'm afraid to use them. I'm more of a saver, so you know, I need to get something to display my stitch markers on, because I have a few over here that I've just been saving. All right, let me grab this blanket real quick. Oh, sorry, people. Okay. For this blanket, I used Herrschners Worsted 8 baby yarn, and I used Tangerine Twist, Dandelion, and Tiger Lily. And they all came in a 3-pack for to be coordinated. They're 4 acrylic, and I just did the extended single crochet for so many rows each, and then I just put a single crochet border. Oops. And this is how it came out. The orange is looking red until I get close up. But this is orange to match the orange in here. But I don't know, with the sun, it's kind of being washed out. That's a little better. And I did not measure it, but I figure that's a good baby blanket. And this will go in my tote for future needs. So that is that. And for those yarny friends that were waiting to see the finished object, I'm sorry, I forgot. All right, that is all I have, except for my big twist order from Lion Brand. This is dark teal. It looks gray, but I just got it. This one today came in the mail. I've been getting a skein here, a skein there. I got more of the purple for my Glorious Granny. Once I think I have all of my skeins, I'll have to count and check my emails, and the sun's not so bright in here making the colors look bad. I will come on and show some of the colors that I got, just in case anybody wants to see them. So please like and subscribe, share if you feel like it, leave a comment if you want, and thank you for watching me on Jana's Crochet Journey, and we'll see you next time. Bye.